Can you hear me now? God damn. Okay, let me recap real quick. Year 2029. We're going to do this year and next year. We're going to continue with this game. We're going to go into 2030, and then after that, I'll control a team. We'll figure out what team. I'll figure out what team I am within those 2 weeks. But for right now, what just happened? Acuna hit 2,000 hits, home run number 500. The Royals and Cubs fought in the World Series last season. Juan Soto, 6-year deal to Detroit, and Yu Darvish retired. So that was a recap. We're about 2 weeks into the season. Toronto's sitting at 11-5. Royals 12-3. Tigers right behind them at 10-6. Nationals are only 4-11. What does that team look like? Yes and no. If I could go to any game and play that game if I wanted to, like, I can go in, we could play the game. I'm not a GM or anything, so I can't really manage the lineups, but we can watch the game. But if you play this game, you can be the GM and or manager and manage the lineups, manage the transactions, ticket prices, all that. It's very in-depth of what you can do. There's a lot that you can do in this game. It's insane. So if you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, this is available on PC for free. So if you have it, I recommend downloading it. They are releasing Out of the Park 22 within a month or so. So if you want the newest one, wait for that. But if you don't care and you just want to play the game, this is free on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is how I'm playing it right now. I did buy Out of the Park 20 on Steam, but for free, why not upgrade, right? Oh, dude, it's such a fun game. I get lost in it. I could spend hours just playing this game and not realizing it. Where are we at? End of April, Juan Soto, his new team leading the league in batting average. Max Muncy leading in RBI. Matt Chapman, G-Man Choi, and Matt Chapman and G-Man Choi leading most of the NL categories. Like, you could do historical saves. Like, you can start in, like, 1880 and play upwards. You could do your own fictional league. You could do pretty much anything in this game. All right, or the AL East. What's up, Breeze? Get that Mike Lowell trash out of here. Kansas City. Who would I pick between Soto and Acuna? That is very tough. That's a very tough question. I'd probably go Juan Soto, honestly. You can't go wrong with either, but I'd probably lean towards Soto. Phillies got the best record in baseball, 21-7. Kansas City right behind them. Arizona's looking good at 18-9. I'm actually really proud of Detroit, 18-11 already. They had 60 wins all of last year. And they're almost a third of the way there. Carlos Madrigal and Shohei Ohtani in Philly getting your batters of the month. Orlando Vicente and Alex Payan for Philly as well, getting your pitchers of the month. Let's take a look at the Mets team. They're 12-19. I don't know any of these players. Well, I know John Brebbia, but we're in 2029, so a lot of the players retired. They have Carl Edwards Jr., Jace Fry, Coda Glover. All right, so their pitching is there. As for the lineup, Wilson Contreras, however Jeremy Petit is, Hanser Alberto at second, Cody Bellinger and Framil Reyes. Mets got Cody Bellinger. How long has he been with the Mets? Oh, it's his first year with the Mets. He hit 320 with Atlanta last year. Oh, between Baltimore and Atlanta. But yeah, Cody Bellinger. They gave him that big contract. 5 years, almost $75 million a year for Cody Bellinger. Yankees and Rays are tied for the division. Royals still killing it. Angels. I mean, outside of Washington and Cleveland, most of the division races are actually pretty close so far. Again, it's only a month in, so we can see how that goes. Oh no, Braves and Mets are double-digit games back already. Dodgers not looking good. I mean, you wouldn't want the Mets to pay Cody Bellinger $15 million a year if they can get him. Toronto creeping up. They're tied with Tampa Bay now. San Fran and Kansas City tied for the best record in baseball. Philly right behind them. It's been Philly and Toronto in like the last... Oh, and San Fran in like the last 5 World Series. Like a combination of them 3. Oh, no. $75 million for 5 years. So it's about $15 million a year. 75 over 5 years. I've seen this game hand out pretty ridiculous contracts, too. Let's see if there's a way I could see that. Reports. Finances? No. Oh, here we go. Contracts. Shohei's making $37 million. Trevor Story and Mike Trout are also making $37 million a year. Wow, Philly is paying ridiculous. I mean, then they don't have anyone else on this list. The Yankees are paying Paul Goldschmidt $32 million a year. Ketel Marte is getting $31.5 million. No, thank you. In what world is Omar Narvaez getting $30.5 million? In what world does that happen? Trey Mancini's getting 26. Nolan Arenado is on the Cubs in this simulation. Oh, he's been with the Cubs forever. He's been with the Cubs since he got drafted? That's very rare. Schilling got snubbed, sure. He only needed like 16 more votes, but he's also an asshole if you ever follow him on Twitter. He doesn't help his case at all. So I'm not surprised that he didn't get in. Denelson Lamet in single A. That's atrocious. We got a 3-team, almost AL East really close. Nationals, I don't know what they're doing. They're on a 7-game losing streak. Detroit, they've almost got half their wins from last year already. Minnesota making a big comeback, 8 wins in a row. AL West looking good. NL Central really close as well. Even Pittsburgh's in on the fun there. And you got pretty much a 2-team race in the NL West. I don't know who these guys are, except for Brian Reynolds. I know who he is. No. I mean, I'll celebrate by myself, but no. Walker Buehler leading the AL in ERA. Devers leading the NL in batting average. Randall Grichuk leading in home runs. I got some cookies and stuff I can make. I got alcohol too, so I actually had 2 bottles of wine, so perfect. Maybe I'll stream Valentine's Day. I have nothing else to do. Football's over. Yo, how bad was that Super Bowl, though? That was such a bad game. The commercials were pretty bad. The game was... I think the game was over like halfway through the second quarter. That game was bad. Toronto on a 9-game winning streak. Pittsburgh and St. Louis on lengthy losing streaks. Oof. Chicago and Cleveland fell far behind real quick. Detroit is now leading the division. You were rooting for Brady? Very interesting take. I was not expecting that. Detroit, winning 60 games last year, are now leading the division after signing Juan Soto to a ridiculous contract. All the other divisions are... Okay. When they mentioned him yesterday, I completely forgot that JPP was on that team. Like, I knew he had a good year, but I just completely forgot he was on the Bucks. Agreed, yeah. He did, yeah. No, JPP had a good game, but yeah, there was way too many flags called on the Chiefs. Then again, they didn't help their case either by not playing well, so could only go so far. They hold on every play. Honestly, there's holding on every single play. It just depends if it's gets called or not. Where am I going? Players of the month. Yep, that happens. Taunting is not fun. Like, you could taunt, but you can get penalized for it. Oh yeah, 100%. Aaron Judge got batter of the month. He is 37 years old already. Holy crap. And Rafael Devers is your batter of the month for the NL. Whoever Chris Olive is. And Javier Pena. I don't know who any of these players are. June 4th, you got a two-way tie in the AL Central. Half-game lead for Oakland. 1.5-game lead for Toronto. 4.5 for Philly. 7.5 for Cincinnati. And 5.5 for the Giants. I don't know. Oh, X, appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much. Now you guys could use the new emote. Got my emote finally approved. Looks good. Shohei Ohtani got hit number 2,000. Where am I going? Here we go. Contracts. Any trades so far? I've got a couple. Well, that's a lot of players. I don't know who any of those players are. Don't know who any of them are. Michael Franco is now back in Kansas City. Okay. Gary Sanchez got hit home run 600. Devers got 400. Javi Baez 2,500 hits. Rowdy Tellez got hit number 400. Domingo Santana hit number 2,000. Ryan O'Hearn. A lot of players getting 600 home runs. I'm going to see if anyone gets to 700. It may not be this in this series, though. Toronto going out to a 3.5-game lead, but they're on a 3-game losing streak. Oakland up 4. Detroit 2.5, but they could get a wild card spot. If Detroit makes a comeback after winning 60 games and then gets to the playoffs, Juan Soto is a beast. And that's what that's what we learned from that. If Juan Soto can carry them to the playoffs. All right, we are currently in July, right before the All-Star break. Miami has a 1-game lead. Cincinnati up to 9.5. Giants 4. Oakland 2. Kansas City 4. Toronto only 1.5. Let's take a look who got the awards. Alex Bregman and Matt Chapman. What an alternate universe that Matt Chapman's a third baseman for Colorado. That's funny. Mike Soroka and Javier Pena are your pitchers of the month. And I don't know who those rookies are. But the All-Star game is kind of late. Anyone watching now? Since I am winding this series down with the simulation, and I want to take control of a team, be the GM, what team should I play as, and when should I start? Should I start like be the 2000 Mets or like be the 2015 Royals? Like, let me know what team you want to see me play as. Because I am very undecided. I've done a Padres one, like off stream. I've played as the Padres. I've done the Mariners. The Nelson Lamet's killing it in single A at 36 years old. St. Louis traded with Baltimore. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa was traded. 06 Marlins. Okay. Juan Soto, 20-game hitting streak. He's killing it with Detroit. 25-79, hitting .350 at age 30. He's not leading any of the categories, but he is helping Detroit already match their win total from last year. Let me save it because the game has a habit of crashing on me. Juan Soto is literally carrying Detroit. The Kansas City's on an 8-game winning streak, pulling their lead in the division to 7. But it is time for the home run derby. I don't know who Carlos Madrigal is, but he goes against Domingo Santana, Alex Bregman, and Jordan Luplow, Aristides Aquino and Rowdy Tellez, Max Muncy, and Dave Acevedo. I'm going to go Santana, Bregman, Aquino, Muncy. Okay, Bregman, Aquino. Okay, I got half right. 13, 24, 15. Ooh, I like iced tea. 26 to 11. Wow. I'm going to go Bregman and Aquino. Bregman. Okay, Acevedo. And I'm going to go Bregman again. Oh, Dave Acevedo wins 16 to 15. That is your home run derby, which now means it's time for the 2029 All-Star Game. For the NL, Keston Hiura, Alex Verdugo, Franmil Reyes, Shohei Ohtani, Trevor Story, Nick Williams, Matt Chapman, Francisco Mejia, Fernando Tatis at DH, and Justin Patterson. For the AL, Victor Robles, Brian Reynolds, Alex Bregman, Carlos Madrigal, Yohan Moncada, Aaron Judge, Ozzie Albies, Corey Seager, Yasmani Grandal, and Mike Soroka on the mound. All right. The 2029 All-Star Game. And that'll be a fly out to left field for Keston here. Alex Verdugo grounds out to the shortstop. And a pop out for, don't remember who that was, but it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mike Soroka. The NL won 6-0 in last year's All-Star Game. But the AL coming out firing with Victor Robles, leadoff double. Brian Reynolds to the wall. That's going to be an RBI double for Brian Reynolds. AL takes a 1-0 lead. Alex Bregman pops up to the first baseman of foul territory for out number 1. That's a line out to the left fielder. Yohan Moncada, bloop single over the third baseman. That'll score another run. 2-0 American League. The American League's had some pretty big wins over the NL in years past. Top of the second, 2-0 already. Alexi Rodriguez. Oh, what a diving catch by Victor Robles. Trevor Story. He gets a little bloop single over the first baseman. Oh, he tried turning that into a double and gets thrown out by a mile. You don't throw on Aaron Judge in right field. All right, Nick Williams with a walk. And Chapman strikes out swinging, leaving man stranded at first base. Little roller. That'll be an infield single for Albies. Corey Seager bunts him over. All right, you get the man in scoring position. AL playing a little small ball here. But then Yasmani Grandal rips it to the wall in left field with an RBI double. Victor Robles, he'll get a double for himself. Another run scores for the AL. And now they are up 4-0. Just like that. Brian Reynolds. All right, Alex Verdugo with the diving catch in center. Alex Bregman strikes out. 4-0 AL. NL needs to get something going early, or else they're going to fall behind very quickly. Francisco Mejia, big fly to left field. Tatis couldn't check his swing, but it's a strike anyway. All right, X, I appreciate that. You have a good night, man. Thank you again. I'll probably be on until about 9:30, depending on how long this goes. It's usually about an hour and a half. Moncada with another double. Aaron Judge with a walk. First and second, 1 out. Ozzie Albies gets a single. Bases are now loaded for Corey Seager, who rips it down the left field line. That'll score 2. 3. Wow, I didn't think Judge was going to make it. 7-0 American League. Grandal checks his swing. That's a walk. First and second, still only 1 out. Victor Robles strikes out. Brian Reynolds strikes out. Leave 2 stranded, but they score 3. It is now 7-0, top of the 4th for the American League in this All-Star game. That sounded good off the bat. That's high, but it's caught at the wall. Another catch for Robles. All right, there's a single. Wow. There was a steal. And Trevor Story strikes out. Man, they got 2 hits in 4 innings. Bregman with a single. Dave Acevedo. Ooh, it's a double play. And a strikeout. Okay. AL scores 0 for the first time this game. But this is very one-sided. Matt Chapman flares it over the second baseman and shortstop for a single. That's to the wall. Francisco Mejia with the double. Tatis, ooh, strikes out. No, 2 outs. Oh my God. They had second and third with 1 out, and the NL cannot score a run. Oof. This is bad. Diving catch for Franmil Reyes. All right. Corey Seager with the walk. And that's a pop-up to the shortstop. Cody Bellinger grounds out. Randall Grichuk. Another hit to the wall. He gets a double. Shohei Ohtani flies out to left field. And Trevor Story walks. All right. 2 men on, 2 outs for the NL. They cannot score again. 5 hits after 6 innings. No runs. And the AL's been quiet the last 2 innings. But they kick it off with the leadoff double. Juan Soto. That's pretty much a sack grounder. Moves the runner to third. And that'll score the run. Vernon Drury with the single. Drury moves to second. That's high. It's far, but it's caught by the left fielder. Jordan Luplow flares it to right field. That'll score another run. Jordan Luplow with an RBI single. 9-0. American League. Wow. Bryant walks. Javi Baez. Oof. Third baseman gets it. Prevents any more runs from scoring. 9-0. National League. Or American League. Holy crap. Matt Chapman kicks it off the 7th inning with a single. Roberto Perez strikes out. Oh, wow. Perez steals second. We have 2 steals this game. All right. He moves over to third, but there are 2 outs, and that's a strikeout. We are now at the 7th inning stretch. Stand up. Stretch your legs. Josh Hader on the mound. He walks whoever Tyler is. Francisco Hernandez flies out to center field. 1 out. Juan Godo. He gets a single. First and second, 1 out for the American League. Brendan Drury strikes out. Nick Whitgren. Dave Acevedo with an RBI single off Whitgren. 10-0 American League. 15 hits. Another walk. Who's up? I don't think he ever did. I know it was Clemens, Bonds. I don't know if Schilling was part of that group. I don't remember. But if he didn't, he's in the Hall of Fame because he's a crap person. If he did, then that's why. Big fly to center field. Grichuk pops out. Carlos Correa. Oh, they scored another run. I didn't see that. 11-0. Bottom of the 8th. Yes. I agree. If you ever see his tweets, he is not a good person. And he shot himself in the foot ever getting to the Hall of Fame. And a 2-run home run just for shits and giggles there for the American League. 13-0. No, I know that. I don't know if he was a part of it. I just don't know if he was a part of the steroid group or it's just because he's a crap person that he's not in the Hall of Fame. I know he pitched in that era. It's a fly out there. Inning over. Albert Amora grounds out. Ryan McMahon, all right, gets a single past the diving second baseman. That's what I'm saying. Like, I knew he pitched in the era, but he wasn't a part of the group that got caught or is suspected of using steroids. He had the bloody sock scenario, but it wasn't steroids. And the American League finally wins it 13-0. 17 hits. National League only had 7 hits, no runs. Francisco Hernandez is your player of the game. There was only the 1 home run, though, off Francisco Hernandez. He got the 1 home run in the 8th inning. Everything else was like double, double, double. A lot of doubles. Yeah, a lot of doubles there. But we are now on to the second half of the 2029 season. A's have a resounding 10.5 game lead as the Angels were on a 9-game losing streak and the A's were on an 8-game winning streak. Blue Jays up 3, Royals up 7, but Tigers have a half-game lead in the wild card. Marlins up 2, Reds up 8, Giants up 4. Oh, Juan Soto's hitting streak ends at 24 games. Don't know who any of those players are, but it is the trade deadline So I do like to see, oh my God, so many trades. All right, I'm going to start in July and recap these real quick, see if there's anyone that I know and not these fake players. Andrew Kittredge, yeah, he's a reliever. All right, he's in Baltimore. Colin Moran is now in LA. Sir Anthony Dominguez is with the Braves. Alberto Mora with the Braves as well. Don't know anyone there. Ryan O'Hearn for Miami. Don't know anyone. Nope. The Mets get 34-year-old first baseman Ronald Guzman, who played with the Mets back in 2025. So now he's back in New York. Nope. Raisel Iglesias is with the Angels. They're making a push. They've made like 3 trades already. There we go. A lot easier to read. Addison Russell's still in the league. He goes to the Braves for Jesus Aguilar, who goes to Arizona. Roberto Ozuna to the Mets. Okay. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to the Giants. Mike Zunino is in Baltimore. Don't know anyone there. Pete Alonso is with Tampa Bay. Wow. Carlos Martinez is with Baltimore now. Kyle Crick with the Yankees for Marcell Ozuna. Oh my God, Marcell Ozuna to the Red Sox for Kyle Crick, a minor leaguer and some money. Woof. Whoa. Mike Trout just got traded to the Pirates. Philly needed to dump that salary 100%. There was no way they could pay Trout and Ohtani. All right. Pittsburgh sends Colton Brewer, Gerard Davis, who's been traded like 4 times already, and a minor leaguer to the Phillies for 37-year-old Mike Trout. Wow. That is 100%. He's batting 170 with no home runs. Oh my God. What a decline for Mike Trout. No. In this simulation, he did not play for the Angels. He started his career for the Yankees. They didn't want to pay him. And he got a huge contract from Philly. Spent about 10 years there. And now he's on the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Trout did not touch California in this simulation. Trout, I mean, yeah, he was drafted by the Yankees in 2011. He won 4 MVPs, 2 with the Yankees, 2 with Philly, right? 2021, yeah, 2 with the Yankees, 2 with Philly. He won 2 World Series with Philly back-to-back, 21 and 22. He got a huge contract. Phillies are retaining 80% of that contract. Wow. And he's a free agent at the end of the year, too. That's a lot to take in. All right, I got to check his previous contracts. All right, so yeah, he signed an 8-year extension with the Yankees for $190 million. He opted out after 3 years, signed 8 years, $238 million, signed a 4-year extension, and then got traded. Wow. Go back to transactions, and don't know anyone there. I mean, Mike Trout got paid. Don't get me wrong, but. Oof. I think so. Considering Phillies retaining 80% of the salary, it was literally, I mean, it's not even a salary dump for Philly at that point because they're still paying him. Aaron Bummer in Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh's in second place. They're competing for the wild card. Philly they're also, for the wild card, I don't know why they would dump Trout. Where does Trout fit in on this lineup? Well, he's not starting. They also have Giancarlo Stanton, who's not starting. Yeah, I saw that. Interesting move, for sure. I don't know who Joey Blackman is. I don't know any of those players. Don't know them. Jose Leclerc, now in Atlanta as well. They've made like 5 trades already, too. And the final day of the trade deadline, Tyler Mahle is with Cincinnati, which I believe he is in real life, if I'm not mistaken. Shohei Ohtani hits home run number 500. Christian Yelich hits 400. Alex Verdugo, 2,000 hits. Brock Holt gets 2,000 hits. Glaber gets 400 home runs. Keston Hiura at 300. And we got a couple of those. All right, but it is now August 1st. I don't know who Carlos Madrigal, but he and Carlos Correa got your batters of the month. Trevor Williams and Juan Lopez are your pitchers of the month. And I don't know who the rookies are, because we're so far removed from having real players in this game. Dinelson Lamet, still killing it in single A. Oh, wow, he went 18-3. I mean, the Knicks gave up like a player and a second-round pick, which was interesting. Blue Jays have the smallest division lead at 3 games. Everyone else is within 5.5 and 7 games. The wild card, not that close. Tigers 2.5, then Minnesota, then the Rays at 4.5. Diamondbacks are pretty much locked in the wild card. Pittsburgh, Philly, and Rockies. But we still have all of September, so things can change. Their lead's down to 2.5. They're down to 4. They're down to 4.5. Dinelson Lamet finally retires. What a career, buddy. What a career. I mean, you were bouncing between Double A and Single A with Double A and majors with the Mets for a while, but couldn't get back up after 2024. What a shame. He did win a World Series with the Mets, though, in 2018. But we'll call it a career on Dinelson Lamet, as well as a few other players. All right, Blue Jays, their lead is now 3 between the Yankees and Rays. Marlins clear winners of the NL East, 12.5 game lead. A's, they're going to win the AL West with a 10-game lead already. Nope, not what I wanted to click on. One and a half game lead for Toronto, 1 game lead for the Royals, and the NL is pretty much decided, except for the second wild card. You got 3 teams close for that second wild card spot. Luke Voit is going to retire. Wow. Luke Voit and Dinelson Lamet are retiring at the end of the 2029 season. He's hitting 120, only 25 at-bats, though, so he's not playing much for Oakland. Brandon Nimmo, 300 home runs. Anyone else going to retire? Oh, Michael Lorenzen's going to retire. That sucks. Nope, okay. Alex Bregman and Albert Amora leading the league in their respective leagues in batting average. However, Carlos Madrigal has 86 home runs. This guy has 86 home runs. Whoever this guy is, I think he just crushed Was it Pete Alonso who had the home run record? I think. Leaderboard. I think it was Pete Alonso had the record for most home runs in a season. Yeah, 79 in 2024. But this guy just destroyed it with 86, and we still have a month left. Fremont Reyes is 45. He's got 183 RBIs. Matt Chapman's 129. Trevor Bauer leading ERA. Trevor Williams wins. Jose Barrios and Zachary Hall in strikeouts. Justin Patterson, Cal Quantrill, and Javier Pena. Okay. The preseason predictions, I believe, said they would win by 3 games. Yes. But that's not happening. That's why they're predictions and not real life. All right, September 1st. Blue Jays only have a half-game lead. Detroit now up by a half game. And the division leads keep getting bigger for the NL. You mean MLB Network? All right. Whoever Tyler Stevens is. And Miguel Sano. Okay, he's still hitting. They got batters of the month. Whoever Ben Crane and Billy Porras, they're your pitchers of the month. Tyler Shepard and Joe Borkowski are your rookies of the month. That would be cool if they implemented that, like a news channel of OOTP baseball. I'd be into that. Like within the game, that'd be cool. Like a weekly recap kind of thing. Instead of reading all the text, have like a little video. That'd be cool. All right, this is why I'm kind of happy I'm done soon, because of the fictional players that I have to keep filling the league with. Yankees now have a 2.5 game lead over Toronto, who are on a 6-game winning streak. Kansas City on a huge 10-game winning streak, retaking the lead from Detroit, who still has a 3-game lead in the wild card. Cleveland and the White Sox are eliminated. Houston and the Rangers are eliminated, as well as the St. Louis Cardinals. But yeah, the divisions seem like they're locked up. Pittsburgh, Philly, and Colorado are competing for that second wild card spot. Looks like it'll be Detroit and Minnesota for the AL wild card. Toronto is either the division or out for them. Anyone else eliminated? Padres out, Nationals out, Brewers are out of the playoffs. Okay, let's save. All right. All right, who's the next free agent in real life? Who's the next free agent that's going to sign? Yadier Molina is likely signing with the Cardinals. Who's still available? Trevor Bauer's off the board finally. I don't know who's the next big free agent. Marcell Ozuna went back to the Braves. I don't know who the next big free agent is. I don't think we got a rookie draft, right? Yeah. Nothing. All right. We got 2 weeks left. Whoa, Boston came out of nowhere. 7-game winning streak. They're now leading the division by 1 game. Detroit, Minnesota, and Kansas City all clinched a playoff spot. 2 of the 3 teams are going to be the wild card. 1 will win the division. Miami, huge division lead, winning by at least 21 games. Cincinnati in the playoffs. San Fran clinched the division. Arizona clinched the wild card. We have a tie in the AL East. We have a tie in the AL Central. All right, the NL is already locked up. Miami, possibly Cincinnati, and San Fran are your division winners. Right now, Arizona and Pittsburgh are your wild card winners. Boston back up 1. Minnesota back up 1. Kansas City likely going to be a wild card team. And Cincinnati did clinch the division. Pittsburgh and Arizona are the wild card teams. Boston has a 2-game lead now. It's either playoffs or division lead or bust for the Yankees if they want to make it. A loss will eliminate them. Tigers and Minnesota are tied again. Oh, all right, they win. Minnesota up 1. And the Yankees are eliminated. Boston comes out of nowhere with a late season surge to win the division by 2 games, 89 and 72. And we are still tied in the AL Central. A game 163. Oh no, it's the last day of the season. Detroit wins the division. There's no way Tyler Flowers is the next big free agent. Jay Odorizzi's still out there. No, there's no way Tyler Flowers. Get the hell out of here. After winning 60 games last season, Detroit signs Juan Soto. They win the division. 162 win-loss record. Wow. Minnesota won the division by 24 games. But this, let me get my... Justin Turner. Yeah, I agree with that. Let me get my head out of the way. But, so right there is your 2029 playoffs. Boston and Oakland. Detroit faces the winner of Kansas City and Minnesota. You have Cincinnati and San Fran. Miami faces the winner of Pittsburgh and Arizona. Let's see who gets the wild card. Kansas City and Pittsburgh, your defending champions, are a wild card team and are in the playoffs. They will face Detroit. Pittsburgh faces Miami. Did you? You did. You did see that. I don't know who this guy is. He's been with Baltimore since 2024. He is a fake player. He hit 99 home runs, 220 RBI, with a 319 batting average. So yeah, that guy came out of nowhere. A fake player. Ooh, Trevor Williams won 2 of the 3 pitching categories. He only had 192 strikeouts. But yes, that is the new home run lead. Pete Alonso had 79 home runs in 2024. But yeah, this guy, fake player, has 75 home run power, 75 avoid strikeouts, which he only struck out 77 times. So yeah, that's accurate. 99, 220, 319. Ridiculous. All right, on to the division playoff series. Can Kansas City defend their title? They're up 2-1. One more win, they move on. And they do. It'll be Kansas City and Boston against Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Kansas City won last year. Let's see the last time so it's Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Boston. Boston went to 3 straight World Series in 19, 20, and 21. They haven't won since 2004. Kansas City won last year. Pittsburgh, I started my simulation in 93. And I don't see Pittsburgh even making a World Series. Cincinnati made the World Series in 94. But they lost to Seattle. So, unless Kansas City doesn't win, we will have a new champion. Some of these teams will win it for the first time. Boston will win it for the first time since 04. Brett Gardner. Yeah, Brett Gardner's going to the Yankees. You know that. Unfortunately, I don't want him on the team. He's done. They have too many outfielders. Whatever. Justin Turner, he could go back to L.A. There's a couple other teams that could use his services. Colorado now needs a third baseman with Nolan Arenado gone. Wouldn't be a bad fit. All right, let's do Cincinnati up 2-0. Boston up 1-0. All right, both teams up 2-0. All right, Pittsburgh got a game. Kansas City's got a game. Oh, Pittsburgh tied it up. All right, we're tied 2-2 in the National League. Boston's up 2-1 in the American League. All right, they're tied. Cincinnati up 3-2. Kansas City came back. They're up 3-2. Cincinnati is moving on to the World Series for the first time since 1994. Can Kansas City go back to defend their championship? Oh my God, it's a Game 7 for the ALCS. Whoever Steve Rakes is against Blake Snell. Snell did not look good in his first start. He's got an 8.31 ERA. Allowed 9 hits in Game 3. Kansas City is going with Steve Rakes, who looked good his first start, or his in Game 3, 11 strikeouts. TJ Tyler has 3 home runs this series. Boston not really hitting many home runs. Kansas City putting up 10 runs in back-to-back games. I'm just stretching this out as long as possible for no reason. Game 7, winner goes to the World Series. Kansas City wins 5-4. Kansas City is going back to the World Series to defend their championship. They beat Chicago. They beat the Cubs last year. They are going to face Cincinnati this year. I mean, Boston made a comeback. I mean, they were projected to win, but they were down for a while. Let me, No, not this time. Let me do something real quick. All right, let's get a. I'm gonna get a poll going real quick. Jordan Yamamoto was an average pitcher for the Marlins. He was traded to the Mets about a week ago. All right, everyone in the chat, we got a poll going. Who's going to win the World Series? You have a couple options. Does either team sweep, or does either team win it in 5 or 6 games? If it goes 7, nobody wins. But make your picks now. It'll go for 2 minutes. Real quick, I'll show you the teams. TJ Tyler, Andy Watson, Yohan Moncada, Michael Franco, Caleb Chris, Ryan Jones, Austin Meadows, Jesse Winker. That's the Royals. And if we go back to here's their pitching: Flaherty, Gausman, Aaron Nola, Steve Rakes. Will Smith is also in the bullpen. If we go to Cincinnati, they have whoever Mike Granite, Ralph Busby, Misa Stokovic. It's like a basketball player. Rafael Devers, Les Bishop, Alberto Pagan, Jim Jefferson, Mike Gilliam. They had 2 40 home run hitters, one of them being Devers. Their lineup, Pretty good. They're pitching. They still have Luis Castillo, Justin Patterson, Jesus Perez, Tom Wooten. Oh, did I put a limit on it? I did not see that. My bad. Let me end it real quick. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, go ahead. Everyone should be able to vote now. I know I'm voting. They got Tyler Mahle in the bullpen. Gabriel Moya. Okay. Here are the lineups for some people if they want to take a look at the matchups. Cincinnati hit pretty well against Kansas City this season. KC, not so much. I mean, KC hit more home runs. So, yeah, game 1 matchup, Aaron Nola against Justin Patterson. Get your votes in now. We got about another minute. Pitching, we got down to the bottom here. Let me get my head out of the way. Let me get my head out of the way like that. No, that doesn't work. Okay, hold on. KC's pitching. They're going to go with... how am I doing this? Jack Flaherty, Kevin Gausman, Aaron Nola, Steve Rakes for Kansas City. And for Cincy, Luis Castillo, Justin Patterson, Jesus Perez, and Tom Wooten in their rotation. We got about 15, 20 seconds left of the poll. Get your votes in for the World Series winners. We'll get Game 1 started right away. Oh, we got a split vote. Someone thinks KC's going to sweep. Someone says KC in 5 or 6. Someone says Cincy in 5 or 6. Okay. All right, so that vote determined absolutely nothing. All right, Game 1. Cincy wins 5-0. Only 1 home run. Gausman against Wooten. Cincy's up 2-0. Jesus Perez against Jack Flaherty. All right, KC's got a game back. Oh, the winning team has scored 5 runs in all 3 games. Very interesting. Luis Castillo against Steve Rakes. Cincy up 3-1. They won 17-10. Oh my God. All right, so going into the 8th, the Reds were up 11-10. They scored 6 in the top of the 9th. And then the Kansas City Royals do absolutely nothing to win 17-10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home runs were hit. 3 by Cincy, 2 by Kansas City. Game 5, Kansas City needs to win to stay alive. Patterson and Nola, they win 7-5. Aaron Nola comes back. He wins Game 5. If we go to a Game 7, that poll, oof. Gausman against Wooten. In the playoffs, Gausman. Casey's over here. Gausman went 5 innings with 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Not bad. Cincinnati wins in 6 games. The Reds are your World Series champions. Kansas City, good for them for coming back and making it to the playoffs in back-to-back, or the World Series in back-to-back seasons. But Cincinnati are your 2029 World Series champions. And in Denoso Met's last game, he pitches a no-hitter. Oh, damn. Cincy in 6. Texas fired their manager and GM. Giants have a new owner. Pirates sold the team. Paul Fry gets a 1-year extension. It's now time for the 2029 offseason. Ryan O'Hearn gets a 2-year extension with Miami. Jim Hoover and Steve Chase are your relievers of the year. That was a bold pick. I didn't think it was going to be a sweep with those two teams, but you never know. Mike Davidson and Mike Rodgay. I don't know how to pronounce it. They're your rookies. Detroit. Carlos Hernandez is manager of the year for the AL. Good for him. And Miami's Mike Judd, manager of the year. Zachary Hall, whoever this is. Great mustache. You did, yeah. 17-11, 3.03 ERA is your Cy Young Award winner. Justin Patterson for the Reds. He's the NL Cy Young Award winner. Austin Meadows stays with Kansas City. 4-year extension. $20 million per year. Not bad. Alex Bregman is your almost unanimous MVP, despite not hitting 99 home runs. He hit 69, nice. 186, 349. He's your AL MVP. And Trevor Story, almost unanimous as well by 2 votes. He's your NL MVP. 51, 142, 333. Trevor Story is now a 3-time MVP, winning it in 2018, 2027, and 2029. And I'm pretty sure he's been with Colorado his whole career. He's a surefire Hall of Famer. Free agent filings. Let's see who's going to be a free agent. Sam Tuivailala, whatever. He's staying there in San Fran. Benintendi, Almora, Chirinos. Be huge. Yelich is a free agent. Seager, Michael Fulmer, Yasmani Grandal at 41 years old is a free agent. Mike Soroka is going to get paid at 32 years old. He's going to get paid. Grandal wants almost $44 million at age 41. You don't get $1 million for each year that you are. That's not how that works. Yelich wants $41 million. Jose Barrios wants $39. Oof. Oh my God. Some outrageous contracts. Ridiculous. All right, real quick, I want to see. All right, Tampa Bay lost the most so far. They're negative 21 WAR. Ooh, I think Trout's a free agent. Let's see. Did he? I don't think he signed an extension. Mike Trout is a free agent. Mike Trout is a free agent for the second time this simulation. First time was when the Yankees didn't want him. This time is after the trade to Pittsburgh. Where does Trout? Trout wants only $2 million at age 38. He did not look good last year. But $2 million for Mike Trout? Giancarlo Stanton's also a free agent at age 40. But Mike Trout, I mean, he's got 4 MVP awards, 2 World Series. Like, he's still a Hall of Famer. His career panned out well. Some others, like Jeter and Ichiro, oof, did not look good. All right, Tampa Bay, how many players did they lose? They lost Corey Seager. They lost Jose Barrios. They lost David Bodie. Pete Alonso. Wow, they are struggling. Oakland, same thing. They lost Yasmani Grandal, Dave Acevedo, Luke Voigt, who retired. The Rangers somehow gained. Oh, and 10 players equal .8 WAR. Agreed. I could see Trout definitely getting paid. We'll see, though. I wonder who's going to get the big contract. Like, are any of these teams going to pay these players? It's going to be interesting. Like, I don't think anyone's going to pay $43 million for Yasmani Grandal. Yelich, maybe. He's still hitting about 30 home runs. Jose Barrios, he looked really good. 16-5. He's had a really good career. Let's find out. This is going to be interesting. I'm also keeping an eye on to see if they lower their money, too. I know I'm in the way with my camera. But Yasmani Grandal's already lowered his money by $3 million. He's down to 40. Jose Barrios gets a 3-year deal, almost $85 million, to go to Cincinnati. Wow. So the World Series champions just added a top starting pitcher. Josh Hader goes to Baltimore on a 2-year deal. Okay, you got 2 pitchers off the board. Another pitcher, Keone Kela, 2-year deal to Toronto. Not bad. Corey Seager, a 3-year deal to the Cubs. Almost $77 million a year. All right, we're not seeing the long-term contracts like we used to. Like, in 2023, Ozzie Albies, Devers, and Correa all signed for $7 or $8 million. Minnesota went on a signing spree. In 2026, Gleyber Torres got 7 years from Cleveland. And then last season, Juan Soto got 6 years. I mean, it's only a couple days into the offseason, so maybe. But, all right, whoever this Tyler Stevens is, he got 5 years, $88 million from Toronto. So Toronto just got a reliever and a first baseman. He's 28 years old. Wow. No one yet. Uh-oh. Okay. Shaw Stott, 1 year. Albert Amora, 3 years to Oakland. Michael Fulmer, 2 years to Tampa. Ryan Merritt, 2 years to Minnesota. Yanni Chirinos, 3 years to San Fran. Okay, who's this Tony Mendoza guy, and how did he get almost $200 million? All right, who's this guy? Fake player. Last year he went 15-7 for Miami. I will definitely take a look. I will take a look as soon as I figure out who this Tony Mendoza guy is. 238 strikeouts, 306. He doesn't have any awards, no Cy Youngs or anything. He just got paid $28 million a year. Carlos Madrigal. There's his contract. He is getting 12.8 this year. Then it bumps up to 14.5 for the next 3 years. 92.5 over 7 years. No opt-outs. An opt-out after 2034, but he'll be about 35 by then. So yeah, he's getting about $13 million this upcoming season, which is pretty cheap after hitting 99 home runs in 605 at-bats. All right. So he's off the board. David Bodie gets a 3-year deal to L.A. Manny Avila, 3-year deal to Baltimore. Yeah, no one's gonna pay $40 million for you, Grandal, when they can get this guy. Exactly. Yeah, and he doesn't have an opt-out for the next 4 seasons. Hunter Dozier, 3-year deal to Cleveland. Jesse Winker, 1 year to St. Louis. Dustin Guffey, 1 year to Boston. Oh, here we go. A lot of players. Archie Bradley, 2-year deal to Milwaukee. Andrew Benintendi gets a 3-year deal to Houston. Brandon Woodruff, 2 years to Minnesota. Tommy Edman, 2 years to Milwaukee. Keston Hiura, 4-year deal to Boston. Dave Acevedo, 6-year deal to Boston as well. Whoever this Nick Wallenhorst is, 3 years to Pittsburgh. Jordan Yanez, 3 years to Chicago. Kevin Plawecki is on the Yankees at 38 years old. Yeah, this guy wanted like $40 million a year. He gets 23.7. I don't know who any of those players are. Still waiting. Christian Vasquez, 1 year, $6.5 million to Philly. Grandal, you're not getting paid $40 million. Like I don't know what you're expecting there. Kyle Crick, 2 years to San Fran. Andrew Kittredge, 2 years to Toronto. James Karinchak, 2 years to San Diego. Christian Yelich gets a 2-year deal to Washington at age 38. $33 million for a year for 2 years. Ridiculous contracts. Still waiting. A couple 1-year deals. Justice Sheffield, 2-year deal to San Francisco. How's he been? Up and down with AAA. Stayed up all of 2029, 60 games. Not bad, 4.11 ERA. Dylan Covey goes to Minnesota. Whoa, all right. Trey Mancini, 1-year deal to Chicago. Austin Slater, Philly. Mike Soroka gets a 5-year deal to go to Toronto. I don't know the rest of those players. Sir Anthony Dominguez goes to San Diego. Dustin May goes to Toronto as well. Zach Gallen to Baltimore. Okay. Yasmani Grandal dropped his price to $32 million. Smart move. Trevor Hildenberger goes to the Angels. Thought the game was going to crash. Let's save that. Will Smith, 1-year deal to Pittsburgh. Not a bad fit considering they just made the wild card. Pete Alonso, 4-year deal to the Dodgers. Is he going to be their first baseman? Wow, they have a lot of first basemen. That team's pretty old. Where are we? January 2nd, 2030. It'll be the final season of this simulation. So if anyone watching, I've been doing this series since the in-league game of 1993. I picked it up from there, let the game do whatever it wanted to do. The only thing that I did was vote for the Hall of Famers. which, did I miss it? I think I missed the Hall of Fame. Because I don't remember voting this year. But yeah, I let the game do everything else. Oh, I did miss the Hall of Fame. Sick. Verlander, Chapman, Chris Sale all get in. I think I would have voted for these guys. They wouldn't have gotten in with my vote, but I completely missed the Hall of Fame. Yep, Verlander, Chapman, Sale, good for them. Manny Ramirez still the only unanimous player to get in during this simulation. But yeah, so I'm going to finish up at next week with this series. There's a lot of fake players, a lot of fictional players in the league that is just getting not fun because for some reason the game stopped generating a rookie draft in 2019 and hasn't had a rookie draft. So it's a lot of fictional players, which is not what I wanted to do for this series. So 2030, next Monday will be the last one. At that point, I will pick it up again and actually control a team. Appreciate the follow, buddy. Yeah, so not next Monday, the Monday after, we'll do a new series where I control a team as the general manager. If you have any recommendations of what team and what year, I don't want to stay current if I don't have to. If we can go back and pick like the 2000 Yankees or like the 04 Red Sox, which I would hate, but if you guys want to see me do something like that, I'm all for it. So give me some suggestions because I have no idea what team I want to control in 2 weeks. All right, Pete Alonso went there. Orlando Arcia to Philly. Jace Fry to Cleveland. Michael Conforto gets only a 2-year deal, but $20 million a year to San Francisco. Luis Gohara to Toronto. Josh James to Houston. Not that Adrian Gonzalez, but another one goes to Cleveland. Fernando Romero to Kansas City. Victor Arano to Detroit. Jose Urquidy to Minnesota. Not a bad signing for them. Carl Edwards to Arizona. Adrian Hauser to Kansas City. Kansas City is loading up on relief pitching. Lou Trevino to Toronto. It's like the same 4 teams. Ken Bedrosian to Toronto. Tom Wooten to Baltimore. Drew Smith to Toronto. How many relief pitchers did Toronto get? There's Toronto. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've signed 8 relief pitchers this offseason. Do they not have any relievers? Or they're just waiting to see what happens in spring training and kick some people out? You don't need to sign 8 relievers in one offseason unless your whole bullpen is free agents. David Peralta, 1-year deal. He's 42 years old. He hit 23 home runs last year. Wow. What a different career David Peralta's had. Robert Stevenson to Colorado. I just want to see where, like, Grandal goes. If he signs anywhere. Nope. All right, we're at the beginning of spring preseason. Still hasn't signed. Brian Anderson to Miami. Aaron Bummer to Miami. Coda Glover to Detroit. Diego Castillo to Philly. Aaron Savale to Miami. Let's go to the beginning of spring training. Uh-oh. Are the Tigers going to sign Grandal? No, he's still out there. Freddie Peralta, 1-year deal to San Fran. Kevin Gausman, 1-year deal to Houston. All right, and as usual, we will simulate 2 opening day, and that'll be that. So before we do any spring trading, the game predicts Toronto wins the division by 6. I haven't seen his name. I'll double check. Detroit by 2, Oakland by 4, Mets by 2, Cincy by 6, Giants by 4. Mike Trout is still a free agent. Mike Trout still out there. Oh, there he is. He's asking for $2.2 million. Arizona's interested. George Springer's a free agent at the age of 40. Brock Holt, Marcell Ozuna, Giancarlo Stanton, Eugenio Suarez, Julio Teheran. Not a bad year. 11-13, 408 for Teheran. Yeah, Trout. He's had a career, that's for sure. He's he didn't even get to 600 home runs the last couple years. But 301 career batting average, not bad. 4 MVPs, 2 World Series. If he's done, that's not a bad way to go. But let's go to opening day. Maybe he signs on the way there. I just see Yasmani Grandal signed with Arizona. And we'll have to check out those. I'm keeping a track on the bottom. I'm not seeing Mike Trout's name. Oakland went 19-9. Minnesota went 19-9. Mets went 20-8 in spring. Toronto, they're predicting, wins the division by 11. Cleveland by 1. Oakland by 10. He didn't, no. Mets by 15. No way the Mets win the division by 15. Cincy by 2. Giants by 24. Holy shit. They're predicting Cincinnati wins the division under 500. The Giants are not this good. Yanni Chirinos, Cal Quantrill are Buttrey, Crick, Fry. They have a solid bullpen. Different Victor Martinez, Rhys Hoskins, Luis Renifo, Miguel Sano, Carlos Correa, Adam Eaton, Michael Conforto. It's not a bad team. The Mets? Not a single, besides Roberto Ozuna, the only pitcher I know. Brian Lawrence, Ronald Guzman, Roberto Perez, Cole Tucker, Cody Bellinger, Framil Reyes. The Mets aren't winning that division. Where am I going? Nope, not where I wanted. Okay, I saw Yasmani get signed. 3 years to Atlanta. George Springer, 1 year to Toronto. Jose Ramirez, 1 year to Oakland. Aguilar, 1 year to Detroit. Michael Franco, 1 year to Philly. Marcell Ozuna goes to Kansas City. It looks like it's the Giants, Toronto, and Kansas City making all the moves. David Fletcher to the Angels. It's funny how he ends up back there. Renato Nunez to Arizona. I don't see Mike Trout's name on this list. Is he not on here? No, did Trout retire? Oh, he signed with Arizona. What the hell? Is it a minor league deal? No. Okay. No, Mike Trout's on Arizona. Oh, it's a minor league contract with a major league option. So he's in the minor leagues. Mike Trout is in the minor leagues for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Wow. $1.48 million. He can opt out if he's not promoted before the first 30 days of the majors. Wow. I mean, they got Miguel, whoever these guys are, Dom Smith, I know Dom Smith, Dave Johnson and Miguel Aguilar. They have Fernando Tatis, and they got Yasmani Grandal. And Mike Trout. I don't think Stanton signed anywhere, did he? Is it the same thing? Giancarlo Stanton has a minor league deal as well with the Twins. Oh my God. The Twins have the Yankees outfield. Stanton, Hicks, and Judge. It's the New York Twins over here. Matt Olson, Brandon Drury, Javi Baez. This Twins lineup is actually not bad. Not a bad lineup. Judge still killing it at age 37, hitting 50 home runs last year. Lourdes Gurriel looking pretty good. 39, 117, 234 from Aaron Hicks. Javi Baez, 50 home runs. Brandon Drury hitting 354. Matt Olson. Yeah, this Twins offense is pretty solid. But, hold on, let me go, because I have my players to watch. Anthony Rizzo is currently in AAA. These were a list of players that I wanted to see how their career panned out. These are the batters only. So of whatever how many players, 6 of them are still in the majors. Acuna, Ohtani, Soto, Stanton, Tatis, Trout. Anthony Rizzo is currently in AAA at age 40. A-Rod is the only Hall of Famer, I believe. LeMahieu's not signed. Vlad Guerrero Jr. is out of the league. He's currently not on a team. Just because of the playoffs, I want to see how Randy Arozarena panned out. He didn't play past 2021. Jacoby Ellsbury, the Yankees still signed him to a ridiculous contract. As far as pitchers, Archie Bradley and Zach Gallen are the only 2 pitchers remaining. Chapman and Verlander made it to the World Series. Syndergaard stopped playing after 2028. Jose Fernandez, same thing, 2028. Yordano Ventura retired this past season. Brian Wilson, 2021. Lamet, Yu Darvish, 2 years ago. Jabba Chamberlain stopped at 2020. Mark Burley retired at 2017. Yeah, very, very interesting careers for some of these guys. But we are currently on opening day of the 2030 season, the last season of this simulation. It's been a great run. It's been 40 videos. Once this one, I post on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go catch up on those. The first couple I broke up into the first half, second half. But I think after the 1995 season, I did one season of video. So you can catch up on the World Series winners, the big signings. They are in the description, who the big signings were. So if you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can look at the description. But yeah, anyone in the chat, just give me a team recommendation on who I should play as in 2 weeks. I know, me too, Breeze. It's been very fun to see how careers and teams and everything have panned out. Even the last couple without the real players as much. Philly making it to 5 straight World Series. The Red Sox losing 3 straight. The Blue Jays making it 3 straight. I'll still do Out of the Park Baseball on Mondays. It's just going to be a team-specific stream. Instead of a league simulation. I'll just be controlling one team. The Royals back-to-back. Oakland 25 and 27. We didn't have that many dynasties in the beginning of this. Red Sox, Mariners, White Sox, Rangers, Twins, Rangers. They won. They made it to 2. Angels, Yankees won back-to-back. Red Sox in 02 and 04. Yankees again in 06. There was some teams dispersed out on the AL, and then you just had the runs Red Sox, Blue Jays, Oakland, Blue Jays, Kansas City. As for the NL, Expos had a couple. They went to 3 World Series in 4 years. Giants, 2003, 2005. The Padres in 06 and 08. The Mets in 04 and 09. Dodgers 2 in a row. Philly went to 5 in a row. Cardinals, Giants 2. So there were some dynasties. That Philly 2020's dynasty. And then like the Blue Jays, killing it. But yeah, I mean this series, like I said, I mentioned it once. Like we didn't get the rookie draft, and we were getting a lot of fake players. I knew that's where it was going to be time to call it. And a lot of the players that we know are retired anyway, so it's not a lot of current players that we know playing in this simulation. Like a lot of, I don't know any of these guys in the prospect pipeline. Even the free agents, they're getting older, so a lot of the players are retiring. I do want to check out Milestone Watch to see if we get to anyone with 700. There are going to be a lot of players hitting 2,000 hits next year. A lot of players. Trevor Story, Gary Sanchez, Paul Goldschmidt, close to 650. A lot of players going to be close to 550, 450 home runs. Mike Trout needs 21 runs to get to 2,000. Not sure if he's going to get there if he's on the bench for Arizona. Anthony Rendon, haven't talked about him much. He needs 1 RBI for 1,500. A lot of players need a couple RBIs for 1,500. Raul Mondesi needs 3 steals to get to 600. So he's still running in this simulation. As far as pitchers, Fultonevich, Tehran, Jack Flaherty can get to 3,000 strikeouts. A couple pitchers close to saves, milestones. Will Smith, 24 games away from 1,200 games. I do want to see leaderboards for the career. Hank Aaron still leading home runs in career. Griffey, Tomei, Trevor Story. He's at 650 or 643, and he's been averaging about 50 home runs a season, so he can get to 700 by the end of next week. Gary Sanchez, he's at 637. Goldschmidt's at 624. Machado 615. Bellinger just got to 600. Pete Alonso will get to 600. Trout needs 9 home runs to get to 600. Again, depends on how often he's playing for Arizona this year. And there's still a lot of players. Like Glaber, 424. He's been in the league for a while already. Rowdy Tellez, top 100. Good for him. Pitchers, we haven't seen... I mean, Patrick Corbin had a good year, 2019. Wow, that's 10 years ago. Wow. Yeah, pitching has not been as impactful as hitting was, but then is the breaks. Are we at opening day? Yeah, right? Yeah. All right. So that is it for this week's stream. Again, if you want to catch back on all the history, they'll be on my YouTube channel. We'll be back Monday with the last season, 2030. But if you want to check out some of my other streams, I'll be back Wednesday with No Man's Sky. It'll be a lengthy stream. I am off of work all week, so I'll be playing for a bit longer than my normal 2 hours of No Man's Sky, see what I can get done. And then Friday, we'll be back at least one more week with City Skylines. Again, Friday, that'll be a lengthy stream, probably 2.5 to 3 hours on that one as well. Probably about 3 hours for both of them, Wednesday and Friday. But if you're looking for baseball only, that'll be Monday. Maybe I'll do something Sunday too. I have no idea. But those are the days that I'll be streaming next Monday, this Wednesday, this Friday. If you want to check back those, I'll be starting 8 o'clock Eastern, as is the norm. So everyone who stopped by, greatly appreciate it. Whoever followed, WPG, thank you. Troyzen, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Like I said, I do have subs available. I am affiliate now. So if you want to sub to the channel, I do have an emote. It is that little beer baseball. I do have a donate link and a merch store on my profile as well. Even a follow will be greatly appreciated. However you want to support the channel, I appreciate that. But yeah, that'll be it. I'll be back Wednesday, 8 p.m., No Man's Sky. Until then, everyone have a good night. Peace.